Hey guys, and welcome back to another round of War Robots with Stupendous. So, checking out some of these new bots here finally for you guys. I've actually got footage from the last few test servers, but anyway, so we've got updated descriptions of these guys. Go ahead and pause the video if you want to read this. I'm going to skip ahead so this video doesn't get too long. Let's just take a look around here. So, as you guys already know, these bots have 4 arms. Only 2 are engaged at a time. You can swap them out. That's what these 3 bots' special ability is that quick draw. Is what they're calling it. So kind of like a old American West kind of thing. So this one is Doc. Go ahead and read that if you'd like to. So my favorite setup that I found with him so far is Orkins and Columbus. That's my favorite setup with him. So I'll show you guys a little bit of gameplay later on with him. But going around him here, I like the yellow accents and stuff on him. Especially when you have Orkins on, it looks really nice. It kind of ties it all together and stuff. Yeah, pretty skinny for a medium bot. But anyway, and this guy, he's my favorite of the bunch. Sorry, I guess, yeah, I forgot to look at this for you guys. Go ahead and pause it if you want to read that. But anyway, so each of them can carry 4 weapons. Light can only carry lights. Medium can carry mediums. Heavy can carry heavies. So my favorite setups for these guys are this setup that you see here, and then Zeus with Thunders. I really don't like anything else on this bot except for those 3 weapons, the Zeus, the KWKs, and Thunders. So, and if you look at the top of this guy, actually, this is where all of the aphids will land and connect every single time, as shown in this clip. Boom. So he's tall enough. I wasn't right up against this building, but one thing that is nice about him is he's tall enough, just like the Fury, to be able to fire over cover that nothing else can fire over. So, and you can see him just eating like all of those, all of those stupid aphids. And I'm sure you guys are running into this on the test server as well this weekend if you played. Yeah, it was a lot of sniping and a lot of aphids. That was all it was. If you guys think the live server is bad with aphids, then yeah, think again. It was way worse on the test server. So, anyways, here's a better go around with this one, where we weren't getting nailed with aphids, and coincidentally, we were in the same exact spot. So you see here, keeping the head on the swivel here, and I'm using that range to eat into this guy that's running aphids. And this Carnage finally came around the corner. He's running a mixed setup. He's got the Thunder and Lightning going on. That's what I call it anyway when you have a Thunder and a Zeus. So I'm moving in here, and it ended up being perfect timing, perfect support from my teammate running the trebuchets there. I'm backing up against the wall here so that I have as much time as possible before that guy comes around the corner. So I can do maximum damage to him, and then, yeah, we were running the same thing there with the Thunder, so... but we were able to take him out right before we got taken out, so a pretty decent run with that one. I've actually got great footage of this one from when... before it had a skin on it. I had a 1,000,000 damage game with just one of these guys running the Thunder and Lightning setup here with the Thunder and Zeus. So you see here, I'm able to deal solid damage, so almost 30,000 damage per shot with my Zeus against that Fury down there. On my way up to it, and then what happens, or what should happen, when you see someone running a support bot, like, you know, for example, the bot that I'm in right now, running the Zeus, is they don't want you sitting there, so you'll end up getting focused, kind of like he's focusing me, or has been focusing me with his tridents and stuff. And so often, you know, you'll get guys coming up on you to try to take you out and help the team out by getting rid of the enemy support kind of thing. One thing that's nice about this bot is that when that happens, you've got a couple of Thunders to really help you out. And obviously one of the big drawbacks of this bot is how wide it is in like all directions. It's got a real big top there, and then its profile is just gigantic. So if you're getting shot at by Thunders, like you could be at like 300 meters and still, I bet they'd still be doing pretty solid damage there. So I'm trying to move up on their support bots over here to zap them a little bit, use the height of the bot here, and then kind of back myself up against this building here. And so you see I'm able just to zap that guy, and I'm totally covered here, except we got this Lancelot coming up on me, so I've got to back up. And this is what I'm talking about. They're going to try to take you out, and so I've got those Thunders to really help out. there is a delay after you fire or after you switch your weapon. So even once they're locked and loaded, I think I've counted it's about a 1.5 delay there. But anyways, I showed the heavy one first because that's my favorite one. My least favorite of the group is the light one, and it's tricky because with the test server, like everyone's running like such weird stuff. It's really not a good look at like how the bot will actually fare in regular gameplay. One thing I really do like about it being able to have 4 weapons is situations like this. You're able to punish this Lancelot while it's on its way in, and then deal really quick damage all of a sudden with your fresh pinatas. So that's 44,000 damage ish right there, about 44 or 45,000 damage with the pinatas. All of a sudden, even though you just fired your aphids, getting about 32,000 damage there. So firing into that Lancelot a little bit, but we've got that Fury up there that gave me a real good zap. And with the low health pool and 3 Zeus on top of that, yeah, that hurts. So looks like we've still got my 2 pinatas left. And I was also trying to see for you guys and test if you end up losing your weapons in a specific order or if you have them cycled a certain way. And to me, it seemed pretty random. I would lose, one left present weapon and then the right back, like unused weapon and stuff like that. Or right now I'm missing both of my aphids, so I've just got my pinatas. And you see there, I needed to tweak the sensitivity settings on the test server for some reason. This time, sensitivity was a little whacked. But yeah, so you saw there that I was struggling there, having a little bit of issues. So you see him, he pretty easily dodged my aphids there. He dodged that guy's aphids. So this is actually, I switched around where I had my weapon positions because I wanted my pinatas closer together so that I could stay closer to a wall while firing into the corner of it, if that makes sense. Because where I had it before, like where these aphids are right now, I think it's a little bit too wide for the pinatas. I think generally you want those pinatas closer together, and with the aphids it really doesn't matter. And like here you could even use that to fire around the corner, and that's something to think about too. Like if you wanted to run magnums or something like that on it, if you want to be able to fire around a corner, this is probably the best position for them to be, is where I have the aphids right now. And this is this is the starting weapon position. So you'd want your aphids in the starting weapon position, not the secondary position. So yeah, just something to think about. With the other bots, I don't think with the setups that I was running that it mattered too much. Now I was actually surprised right there that Patton was able to get such a solid shot on me while I was running sideways. I was like point blank on him, but still I thought I'd be able to do a little bit better there. You see him, he just domed me again with those aphids, but yeah, so able to deal damage into that Galahad there. And then with the medium bot, its cooldown right now is 12 seconds, or sorry, 15 seconds, which is pretty solid. And I really like like I mentioned before, I really like the Orkins and Columbus setup. I was using the Orkin and like that's really nice, like in some ways, but I found that more often than not, like when you're running that setup, you really have to engage. You're like a full frontal assault bot, but I don't know. This thing just seemed a little bit too squishy. Like they increased the health this time, which is really nice, but at the same time, I don't know. I didn't like it very much. I like with the Columbus that I'm able to punish the enemy player on my way in, and then after that, I'm able to switch to my close range weapons and deal really solid damage. So with 2 Orkins, you can do about 90,000 damage with just the one full clip. So that's really nice to have. But yeah, being able to deal that damage with the Columbus from 500 meters on the way in with a larger splash radius is really nice. And see, I came here to help out that Galahad to take this beacon. He was getting focused by those guys, so I came in to help pull that beacon through, and then backing off again so that I can support with these Columbus a little bit. And then we've got that guy just rude, just shooting me. Just kidding. It's like the point of the game. No, the point of the game is beacons. Remember that. The point of the game is beacons. You got to keep an eye on that beacon bar. That's how you win. And then, yeah, they just keep you entertained by letting you shoot other bots. But anyway, so you see here, cycling back to I've still got that one Orkin left. See if we can help out my teammate here a little bit, assisting with the damage. So we got this Rog jumping down here, and I've got those Tulumbus ready to go, so I'll try to punish him from up here, duck back behind cover where he can't hit me, and then I'm going to drop down here to see if I can help my teammates take him out and get him out of there, because it's not nice having someone down there. Like, it kind of, I don't know, for me it keeps me on edge. Like, even if they're not like doing anything strategically important, it's distracting enough to me that I'm like not focusing on like those guys in front of me or whatever. So you see there, I really like being able to have the Tulumbus there, and with the cooldown timer on, you know, being 15 seconds on the swap, and then you've got the 18 seconds on the Tulumbus, it matches up decently. But I preferred having the Tulumbus over having another set of Orkins or having Charons there. It just happened to be my favorite setup, and then actually had a lot of fun running Hydras on it because you can fire a full clip of Hydras, and then with the short cooldown on this thing, you can just swap it right back over and continue firing another clip. And then I think there's just like 5 seconds in between there after you fire that second one here. But I sped these up for you, so it's not so boring, but just constantly swapping between Hydras here, you're able to keep pretty good pressure. And you see there's only that like 5-second differential between firing, and it just took me an extra second there to get a good target lock. And there was really no reason for me to come out from behind that building. I was just trying to see what there was when I was playing this round. I was just trying to see what was going on there. But yeah, so this stuff was a lot of fun. If you don't want to watch me roll with Hydras and stuff, like I said, I sped these up, but I don't have anything else on these bots. I'll just give my quick summary right now, I guess, and then if you don't want to watch the Hydras, you can stop watching. But anyways, yeah, so I like the bots. I think there's some changes that could be made to make them a little bit better, but I don't know. It's hard to say like what their purpose is for these. Like, if they're silver bots, then I think they'll be a really great addition to that aspect of the game, because everything that's been added in has been for top tier players and stuff like that. And yeah, so I don't know. Like, it depends on what they're going to use them for and everything. But as they stand right now, I think the light one could stand to have a little bit shorter of a cooldown timer. The cooldown timer on the medium one I think is pretty solid. And I really like it because, like, if you think about it, like if you're running a Rogatka, like you have the same firepower potential. Well, obviously a little bit more, but you also can just double whatever your firepower is, without having to worry about cooldown timers or anything like that. But yeah, I don't know, and you just lose that jump ability. But I don't know, with these bots, like, and with the way the test server is, I hear a lot of people giving negative feedback on them and stuff, and I don't know, it's hard to really give like strong negative feedback against them, because like everyone's running such weird stuff. Like, it was nothing but aphids and aphids, Zeus, and whatchamacallit, it's not tridents, trebuchets on the test server this weekend. So and yeah, so these bots are definitely like super squishy. So I think that's why I was seeing a lot of people starting to run, like, as the day went on, I saw a lot of people running shielded bots like Rhinos, Lancelot, and then a bunch of Gareths and Galahads too. So it's really tough to say. So when you guys are giving your feedback, make sure that you keep that in mind. Like, all of these bots are underpowered, or this or that. Like, do keep in mind the type of stuff that we're rolling with on the test server, because it's going to be a very different feel when these guys come out on the live server. So make sure you're taking that into account as you're providing your thoughtful feedback and stuff. But yeah, I think these guys are a lot of fun. It's a really cool idea. I think with the swap ability, I like what they're doing there. It's creative, adds a cool aspect to the game, and it's almost like, yeah, you have an ability where, like, if you're running the same weapons both ways, it's like having an ability where you can just like instantly reload your weapons, kind of thing. So think of it that way if you're having a hard time liking these guys. But anyways, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button, and hope you guys have an amazing day.